Welcome back, everyone. Scoozy16 here with another episode of the Chemlock League here with the Outlaws in Season 2. Opening day, the banner raising ceremony was the most excitement that we got out of that one as we ended up losing to the Sewer Sneaks in a game of 7-4. It was a tough loss on our home opener, but we are looking to recover quickly behind the back of rookie Rince Shaw, who will be facing off against the Burners, who lost in their home opener as well. I shouldn't say home opener, on their opening day game as well. So we have two 0-1 teams going up against each other. We had a little bit of offense happening last time out, but it was not enough to push the Outlaws across to the finish line. Now, what we did get a chance to see is that our ace starter, Madden Zimmerman, did not have a great outing, which was very unfortunate to watch, as that K collector did kick in, but that accuracy ended up being the issue. We'll see if looking at young Rinshaw with his composed trait and his high accuracy can be enough to offset the offense of the Burners. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at let's see, we are still at home, so I will use our standard home uniforms and taking a peek at the lineup. I believe I set this already, and taking a look through that, we'll have Dalton Bebb. No, I did not. Yes, I did. Braden Sorelli we pulled out to give him a break. So Babshishin will be leading off at first base. Justice Cologne I've bumped up into the number 2 spot. Playing first base today, Rock Quintana, as he usually does, will play in the 3 spot at second base. Giovanni Mays catching today and hitting in the 4 hole. Tony Centercut, the rookie, got his first home run of his career in the last one, or in his first game, actually, and he'll be DHing and playing in the 5 spot, followed by Glass Snyder at third base, Caroline Dealer in left field. We'll get to see Leanna Welch in her debut in this one with fastball hitter and magic hands. Excited to see if that plays a factor here. So we will have a pretty potent fastball hitting lineup here. And then, of course, after Leanna Welch will be Ramon Lee, who I kind of knocked down into the 9 spot with his struggles in that first game. Rince Shaw steps up to the plate, steps up to the rubber for the Outlaws against the Burners, and we will take a look at their team as they come up. So let's play ball. All right, now, looking at the Burners lineup, I don't know if they have the same players that they had last year. We'll have to, looks like I see some familiar names out there. Also going to take a look and see if they have some of their All-Stars from last year as well. Looks like they had Bertram Pineda and Lucas Fowle, who I do believe both of them are here in the 2 and 3 spots for the Burners. So they got two players that made it to the All-Star game. Now we'll start with Fox Brennan, who has Tier 2 outside pitch as well as easy target. So Rince Shaw gets an even better accuracy boost there. A nice play from Justice Cologne, tossing over to the pitcher for out number 1. So good start for the rookie. Bertram Pineda, the captain, the All-Star, 19 hits, was 4th in the league last year. We'll see if he is able to keep up his momentum, as he's already batting .333. Hits that ball hard into right field. Nice range from Leanna Welch, catching that one for out number 2. And here comes the other All-Star, Lucas Fowle, who tied with Pineda for 19 hits. Also had 7 home runs, which was tied with Rock Quintana for first in the league. So he had a really, really great season. We'll see what he does this year, as he already has a home run, just like Rock. So they're already trying to compete for that home run lead this year as well. 2-2 count here, 2 outs, and takes ball 3 high. Composed activates for Rince. And swings through strike 3. Nice pitching from Rince Shaw, getting 1, 2, 3 through 2 All-Stars for the first inning of his career, not allowing a hit or a runner. And now we will turn it to our offense. We put up 4 runs in the first game. It wasn't enough, as we allowed 7, and we will take a look at Cork Duffy with his elite curveball. Really great accuracy as well. Okay junk, not great velocity, and he allows a base hit here to start things off. Babshishin standing on first base after a hit up the middle. Justice Cologne comes up now, batting 667. She had a really great first game. We'll see what she can do here in the 2 spot. Not a place she's very, very familiar with, but gave her a little bit of trust. We'll see what she can do with it. Hits that pitch is out of here into the shrubbery in the batter's eye. Justice Cologne serving up a plate of justice, and that ball is out of here. A 2-run shot for her, 432, and she has started this season off really well, and I hope that we now get to see the true impact of having Justice Cologne on this team. It has started already as the Outlaws are up 2-0, and Cork Duffy is already tense and almost made another mistake as he was well ahead of that one, but absolutely demolished it. Was Rock. Swings through strike 2 there and takes ball 1, was tempted but did not swing. And hits that one off the ground. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that bounced off the ground in front of the plate, but lined out softly to Homebrew at shortstop for out number 1. Giovanni Mays comes up. He also had a home run in the first game. Hits that one down the line. They say it's fair ball. Diving to get that one is healthy, but she was not able to get to it enough time. And good hustle from Giovanni Mays as he's able to reach first base safely on what I would imagine is going to count as a hit and not an error. Cork Duffy still tense now, facing off against the potent center cut as he sends that one into right field. Pineda comes up throwing, but not much speed from Giovanni Mays, even with the mojo boost. 2 on, 1 out. Glass Snyder comes up. The old man still got a little bit left in the tank. He's 37, and he came back for another season after getting the championship in season 1. He is really just kind of working to help develop Fernanda Branch, who is his predecessor. We'll see what he's able to do this year. And, of course, we have her waiting in the wings. He sends that one to Healthy at first, over to Homebrew, and back to Duffy for the double play to end the inning. So a 2-run homer for who else but Justice Cologne makes this a 2-0 ball game. Now, Jamie Healthy, I'm trying to work my memory here, but I believe she played for the Scroungers? She may have been on the Scroungers last year, and we might have seen her in the championship series, but I cannot recall. We did see her in the playoffs, so she was not an original burner. I believe she was either on the Pythons or on the Scroungers, but she strikes out there. Second strikeout of his career. Rince Shaw settled in pretty well, and now he has to face off against Hefty Cross. We'll see if he can figure him out, as nice first pitch strike, and this ball hits hard to center field, and jumping up, not even close, is Babshishin, and Hefty Cross sends one deep to center field, scorched for the home run, and the Burners are within 1 after the solo shot from Hefty Cross's first hit of the season, and it is 2-1. So Rince Shaw does miss his spot in that one, and he has to pay for it. Now Severus Homebrew comes up. The shortstop takes a first pitch strike. Rince Shaw was locked in for a second. He's back down to neutral mojo. 1-2 count, and takes a ball low. And fouls that one straight back. 2-2 count here. Takes ball 3. Now full count. Composed activates here, so accuracy through the roof. Puts that one up in the zone and fouls it off. And that one gets him strike 3 for Rince Shaw, out number 2. And now Neil Carrillo comes up, who's already tense. Will be in the batter's box here, yet to get a hit, but that was not a problem for Hefty Cross, as he got a home run. Swings through strike 1, fouls one off, down 0-2 already, and fouls another one off. You'll notice that Rince Shaw is all about that junk. He has a lot of good accuracy. He's got 3 off-speed pitches, and that four-seam is just, there's really nothing there on that four-seam fastball, so there's not even much to change pace. But with all the movement that he has on those pitches, he gets another strikeout. I believe that's 4 strikeouts for Shaw, as he has been doing really well outside of that one mistake that he made to Hefty Cross. And yeah, he's going to be leaning on all of that movement that he has on his pitches. We'll see if that is something he can keep up and succeed with, as Caroline Dealer sends one up the middle, dealing that one into center for a base hit. One on with no outs to start the bottom of the second. And Leanna Welch getting her first at-bat of the year here. Fastball hitter activated against a tense Cork Duffy. Swings at an off-speed pitch and fouls it off. Cork Duffy didn't even notice that fouls the fastball there. 3 pitches for Cork. Fastball, changeup, and an elite curveball. So that's probably where some of his struggle is coming from, is that he doesn't have much of an arsenal. As it's a 0-2 count here, still battling, is Leanna Welch, and she swings through that one high in the zone, and she was tempted and chased after it for out number 1. Ramon Lee had a really great postseason for us. He came in just for the postseason. With how well he did, we opted to bring him back, and he did not do well in his first start in Season 2 here. So he is sitting at the bottom of the order. Hopefully he can be some potent offense for us to wrap back around. 3-1 count here for Lee. Takes ball 4. I thought that one caught the zone. I think Duffy thought so too, but it ends up being a walk. And with 1 out, Dalton Babshishin, the leadoff man, comes up. 1 for 1 with a single. 2 runners on, first and second. Not much speed on the base paths. He chases a first pitch really high in the zone, fouls it off. Ball 1 inside. Duffy really having a tough time here in this game so far. 1-2 count. And gets it off the end of the bat. He was well ahead of it. They call infield fly, and that's out number 2. So Babshishin missed with a missed opportunity. And here comes Justice Cologne. 3 for 4 on the year. One of those being the 2-run homer that she had earlier in this game. Takes a first pitch strike. See if she can capitalize on Duffy's tense mojo here. 2 on, 2 out. Takes a strike 2 that just dropped in on that elite curveball. And there's the elite curveball again, but she pulls that one foul. Takes ball 2, doesn't even flinch. Oh, got him on the curve, and Justice Cologne strikes out. 2 outs and 2 runners stranded. We move to the top of the third. Renshaw with 4 strikeouts, 1 hit. It was the home run that he allowed to Hefty Cross. And now Pax Arkansas, what a name that is, comes in. No contact to speak of, but he does have good power and good speed. He also has Sign Stealer, which activates there. It is Tier 2, so it doesn't happen too often. 2-1 count here for Arkansas, and he pops it up to shortstop, and for some reason Glass Snyder decides to call them off and takes that one for out number 1. Now, Yes Christian comes up. Interesting name there. 500 on the year, so I'm guessing a 2 for 4 day, and she's going to see her average increase as well as her slugging as she sends that one to deep left center field. That one bounced off some of the little awning there. It was like a weird little staggered setup there, but Christian puts the Burners into a tie game. From the bottom of the order, she shows some power, and she makes this a 2-2 ball game. So Rince Shaw having to be a little bit more careful with his pitches, even at the bottom of the order. And he gets the quick ground out to Quintana on 1 pitch from Fox Brennan. And now Bertram Pineda comes up 0 for 1. I believe he struck out his first time up. And Rince feeling a little bit of that first time out rookie jitters, of course, that I think that happens. And he's got him down 1-2 with 2 outs in the top of the third. Gets the line out to Quintana for out number 3, but he gives up another solo home run, his second in the last 2 innings, and it is a 2-2 ball game. As we head into the bottom of the third, we'll go 3-4-5, starting with Rock Quintana. We'll see what he is capable of doing as he lined out to short his last time up and hits that one hard into right field. Pineda is able to get over to that one as it hung up just a little too long, and it's another line out for Rock Quintana. Tough day for him, tough luck. And now Giovanni Mays, who grounded down the first baseline and ended up reaching on an infield single, sends that one up the middle just a little bit easier on his legs as he puts that into center field for another base hit. So 2 for 2 with 2 singles for Mays. And now Tony Centercut who also singled his last time up, comes up with 1 out and 1 on. Fastball hitter activated. Hits the off speed, the elite curveball. He sends into center field, and it's going to get out of here. It looked like it had a chance to catch that one in center field, but it got just a little too deep and into the shrubbery. 386, Tony center cut, second home run of his career, comes in his second game of his career, and it is now 4-2 as the Outlaws extend their lead once again. And Tony center cut says, "I'll be your Huckleberry" to Cork Duffy as he stomps on home plate, and Glass Snyder sends one right up the middle. This one on a line, hit too hard actually, and they're able to get that one in quickly, holding him to a single, but he got a hold of that one for a hard hit single to center field. And so we have the line moving just a little bit more for the Outlaws here, and that's it for Cork Duffy. He comes out for Emerson Bauer, who's at about half stamina. So they're a little bit desperate in the bullpen. She had a good outing her first time up, but she is tired, so that might play a factor here. She gets a pop-up and caught Hefty Cross showing off some range there behind second base as he ranges all the way out into right field, catching that for out number 2. Leanna Welch struck out her first time up. We'll see if she can compose herself a little bit more. Looking for a fastball. Bauer with four-seam, a cutter, and a changeup, so not a lot of movement on her pitches, but she's able to get that one off the barrel and pops that one up. And catching it is Hefty Cross, that one right behind home, the pitcher's mound for out number 3. Another 2-run homer, this time off the bat of Tony center cut, and the Outlaws lose the lead, get it right back, so nice response from them as it is 4-2. Rince Shaw has to feel pretty good about that. He's probably feeling a little frustrated that he hasn't been able to locate his pitches a little bit better, but he heads into the top of the 4th, up 4-2 against the Burners. Gets the ground out to short, so 6-3 for out number 1. Jamie Healthy comes up. A lot of power in her bat, so if she finds a pitch she likes, she might make him pay for that too. She fouls one off. And there's strike 2. Nice pitch. 50th pitch here for Shaw. And it's a grounder right in front of the plate. And nice scoop from Giovanni Mays. Gets it over to first for out number 2. That's 2-3 in the scorebook. You don't see that a lot. Hefty Cross now comes up. He did hit his home run his last time up, so he was one of the 2. It's that one hard but dead center and right on the line to Babshishin for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning, and that's nice to see from Rince Shaw, who was able to collect himself after making a couple of mistakes today, but not much. He has done really well in his debut game. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be 9-1-2 as Ramon Lee gets things started. That one fouls it back, 1-1. Emerson Bauer had a pretty decent time coming in and getting out of it, out of the last inning, so she has a little bit more left in the tank, but she gives up a base hit there to Ramon Lee, and I think that was his first single of the day, of the season so far, so I can't remember what he did his last time up. He's on first. Babshishin here lines right to Hefty Cross and almost doubles up. Ramon Lee just got back in time at first base to avoid the double play, and 1 out for Justice Colon, batting from the left side now. Takes a strike 1. Emerson Bauer very tired now. Takes strike 2 on the inside part of the plate, down 0-2. Justice strikes out again, so I spoke too soon as she is 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer, but struck out twice. And now if we want anybody to make Emerson Bauer pay for her being tired, we want it to be Rock Quintana here. We'll see what he can do with 2 outs and 1 on. Ball outside, so good eye to get things started. Emerson Bauer is locked in, and there it is. Rock sends it to right center field, and that is into the first deck for a home run. We called it, and he's able to get another 2-run homer. This one 396 from the MVP, and we actually hear some of those chants coming from the crowd. MVP, MVP, as that's a 2-run homer, and he says, God will forgive you for that, but I won't, as he puts that out. And that's it for Emerson Bauer. She comes out, and Beast Magana comes in. Giovanni Mays 2 for 2 today, looking to see if he can keep the line moving as he's quickly down 0-2. and swings through that one for strike 3. He's back down to neutral mojo, but another 2-run homer. So we've seen it from Justice Colon, from Tony Centercut, and now from Rock Quintana. We love to see the offense. Now let's see if we can keep the pitching and the defense going, as now Rince Shaw comes out for the top of the 5th. Drops a strike in for Severus Homebrew and puts that one down in the bottom of the zone for strike 2. And quickly, a quick 1-2-3 pitch sequence there for Rince Shaw as he gets the strikeout against Homebrew. Neil Carrillo comes up. He's still tense, 0 for 1 today. Getting his second shot against Shaw. Rince Shaw is getting up there in pitch count. This will be pitch number 57 for him, and it's a foul, so 1-2 count. He is locked in, and he gets a soft fly out to left field. Over there is Caroline Dealer catching that for out number 2. Pax Arkansas comes up 0 for 1. He definitely is struggling in the contact department. I believe I don't think he struck out last time, but I cannot recall. 1-2 count here, 2 outs. Rince Shaw trying to see if he can get out of this inning and push his team into the bottom of the 5th. And he gets the ground out to Quintana, over to first. Justice Colon gets that for out number 3. So 5 innings for Rince Shaw. He's only allowed 2 runs, and they were both home runs. Only 2 hits, and they were both home runs. So great day for him. However, this last inning goes, and Tony Centercut comes in locked in. He is 2 for 2, right? With a home run and a single. 1-1 count here. He's locked in, looking for a fastball. Ball 2 low. And hits that one fastball up the middle. It was low, but he was able to make good contact and send it up the middle for a base hit. So first runner aboard for the Outlaws here in the bottom of the 5th. And Glass Snyder, who singled this last time up, comes up once again here. Good speed over there now at first base against a pretty poor arm behind the plate. I don't know if that gives us an opportunity to steal or if it's wise to do that. I don't think we do that. And it doesn't matter because Glass Snyder with another base hit past the diving Homebrew at shortstop. And now 2 on, no outs for Caroline Dealer. 1 for 2 today with a single. She is now 2 for 4 on the year, looking for a fastball of her own to try and challenge them with, and gets it, but right to Carrillo, and he tries to double up Centercut at second, but not even close. And good contact there, but bad luck as Dealer goes down for the first out of the inning. Leanna Welch looking for a fastball as well, gets it, but way ahead of it there. She's looking for her first career hit, and there it is. Oh, that ball, is it going to hang up? It is. It's going to get out of here, and Caroline Dealer finds the fastball, is able to time it up properly, and drives it into right field. 400 for her first career home run, and is a 3-run shot. So she breaks the trend for the Outlaws today, as that one a 3-run homer. However, she keeps the trend going where all of our runs have scored via the home run, and now Ramon Lee comes up with 1 out. Magana now tense as he had to go through a murderer's row when all he does have to work with pretty much is that 4-seam and that 2-seam along with the changeup. So he was having a really tough time against that little murderer's row of fastball hitters. Full count here for Ramon Lee with 1 out. And he pops it up right at the pitcher's mound, and Magana calls everyone off, catches that one about 3 steps off the rubber for an out. So 2 outs now for Dalton Babshishin. A slow start to the season for him. He had a very hot playoffs, but he has not been himself in this one. He's still been able to keep his mojo at bay, but he has not been doing well. 1-2 count here for Tense Magana, and gets Babshishin striking out for strike 3, or striking out for out number 3, and that ends the inning. But another home run for the Outlaws, a 3-run shot from Leanna Welch, and it is now a ball game that's a little bit more of a cushion here for Rince Shaw, 9-2. And yes, Christian, who did get a home run her first time up, pops this one behind shortstop. Nice range from Ramon Lee, catches that for out number 1. Rince Shaw now has to, in order to get the complete game, go through the 1 and 2 hitters. starting with Fox Brennan, who's 0 for 2 today. Easy target activates, helping out Shaw. And that ball is going to get into center field, right field, right in front of the sliding Leanna Welch. And that might be it for Rince Shaw against Bertram Pineda, who is a very, very formidable offensive weapon here for the Burners. And yeah, they pull him for Jacoby Maddox. I hated the way the announcer just said his name, Jacoby. Reminded me of Jacoby Mugatu from Zoolander, as he allows a base hit. So now here in the top of the sixth, the Burners trying to do something to stay alive as they get 2 consecutive hits after the pop out for Lucas Fowle. 2 on, 1 out. Jacoby Maddox looking to avoid allowing some damage to be done here against the Outlaws. Lucas Fowle looking to see what he can do with power versus righty activated. 2-1 count. Gets that one past the diving Quintana. Leanna Welch comes up with her cannon of an arm. Doesn't have the cannon arm trait, but has an amazing arm. Is able to hold the runner at third base. And so bases are loaded with 1 out for Jamie Healthy, who could change everything with 1 swing. But Jacoby Maddox, who has been lights out for most of his career, really needs to do something to keep this Burners offense at bay. Gets the chasing strike there, so now K Collector activates, 1-2 count. And swings through strike 3. Jamie Healthy got a little bit of a healthy hack there, but it was unfortunate. She was not able to make contact, and so bases are loaded with 2 outs for Hefty Cross. He's kind of leaning on a prayer here as he swings at the first pitch. Pops it up into left field. It's playable, and coming over is Dealer, catching that for out number 3, and the Outlaws win the second game of the season here at home, and it is a nice, easy victory for them as they come out 9-2 against the Burners. The Burners have not been a great team so far in this league's history. They do manage a bit of a rally there in the 6th, but nothing going as they were able to shut them down. So 9 runs on 13 hits for the Outlaws. That's the offense we're looking for, versus 2 runs on 5 hits for the Burners. And honestly, there were only 2 hits before that 6th inning. So not much going for the Burners. They did get hits from Brennan, Pineda, and Fowle. All happened there in the last inning. But we did see a home run from Hefty Cross and from, yes, Christian earlier in the game against Rince Shaw. The team as a whole struck out 6 times for the Burners, so that's never going to see any much success. However, you look over on our side and we struck out 5 times, so I guess you can still be successful with that happening. Speaking of the Outlaws offense, we had a 2-run homer for Justice Cologne, for Rock Quintana, for Tony Centercut, and then a 3-run homer for Leanna Welch, her first hit of her career. So we've been seemingly making some good decisions with the players that we decided to bring in so far, especially Tony Centercut. He has been a great decision, kind of picking up right where Jerry Love left off. It was sad to see him go, but we were able to managed to make a good decision to get younger in the meantime. So love to see what our offense was able to do today. But really, I love to highlight this. Rince Shaw with an amazing outing. Tried to go for the complete game. Had a little bit of trouble there in the 6th inning, but going 5 1/3, giving up 3 hits, 2 homers, which were those 2 earned runs, and striking out 5. He gets his first win in his first outing of his career. Jacoby Maddox comes in and does what he does best. He got a strikeout, did allow 2 hits, but gets 2 outs and ends the game there. For the Burners, their pitching staff did not do very well. 4 runs for Duffy, 2 for Bauer, and 3 for Magana. Not a good time when you're going up against the Outlaws offense. They are a bit feast or famine sometimes, but today it was all feast as Tony Centercut gets the player of the game with 3 for 3 day with his 2-run homer. Leanna Welch, career day for her as she gets her first career hit and home run. And then Rock Quintana, he's comfortable and he's familiar up here in the top 3 as he gets that 3 spot. So After that first game, it felt a little frustrating, of course, but Rince Shaw comes in and has a hell of a performance as he gives us the opportunity to kind of right the ship right out of the gate here in season two. All right, so we have to do we have to go to a baby gender reveal party, and we need to figure out who is our plus one. So I think for this one, I am going to do Nick Douglas. He is the younger player on the team. Lily Dubs has done well for us, but I feel like she is not a long-term asset for us. So, Nick, come with me to this gender reveal party. All right, you've taken the last bottle of heartburn medicine. That's too true. Who are you going to make restock it? And between these two, that doesn't really seem fair, but I think Lily or Jillian Branch was the one that had the bad day last time, right? Yeah, she had a really bad day in that first game. I think she cost us the loss, so I'm gonna have to punish her here for this one. Go stock the heartburn medicine, please. And then we have two players fighting over heart-shaped mirror you found in the dugout. This is between Dane Rollins, who I don't believe even had an opportunity to pitch this in this game, right? Did he pitch last time? He did, and he had a clean inning. No, he hasn't pitched yet. Um, Wait, did he pitch? No, he didn't. For some reason, I thought he did. Anyways, Dane Rollins, who hasn't even pitched yet, or Madden Zimmerman, who did pitch and did not do really well. I'm gonna go with Dane here. Sorry, Madden, but you'll get better treatment when you pitch better. So that's it for manager moments. Let's take a look at what happened since the last time since the last game. We get +3 contact for Dalton Babshishin. He needs that, so that's nice to see. We see a change here. Jerry Love has finally been signed, actually by the Scroungers, who we played in the championship. So good luck to him. I hope he does well in the other conference. And Artichoke Taverna gets dropped into the player pool. And then we see Case Hendricks offending the Scroungers. He was replaced by Geronimo Bamber. So Bamber, a former All-Star, gets picked up by the Scroungers as well. A chance for Lily Dubs to get stimulated. She's a starter, and she's 30, and stimulated is going to be a tier 1, so I'm going to pass on that one. Justice Cologne gets 1 contact after striking out twice. She really needs it. Some natural development for Nick Douglas as he gets food poisoning and speeds up a little bit, so he gets +4 speed. This isn't good. -7 speed for Braden Sorelli. He drops from a B plus down to a B. He had a rough first game. We sat him for game 2, and he's starting to regress at 26. That seems a little unfair. We'll see if we can do something to right the ship there. And then an opportunity for more development for Babshishin. We'll take a look at it, but I don't think that might be that. I don't think that's worth it for him, as it's his 2 best traits and her 2 best attributes, and we don't have a lot of money to spend. So we'll take a look here. Jillian Branch with Volatile would be tier 3, would be interesting, but I just find that to be a little bit scary. Giovanni Mays, I don't like developing him at 33. Fernanda Branch, I don't want her to lose Cannon Arm. Lily Dubs, we already talked about that. Dalton Babshishin, I don't think so either. And then this opportunity for Harvey Loncheros to get a new pitch and to increase his accuracy. I think we'd take this 10 times out of 10, especially with everything else out there. See, Babshishin could get +2 fielding to put him at 96, +1 speed to put him at 95. That'd be nice. He is 24, so I want to keep developing him, but I just don't think it's a good idea to see him. I just don't think it's a good idea to spend that money on him in areas where it's not necessary. So I'm going to do this one for Harvey. I think we need that little extra boost to the bullpen, especially with Jillian Branch not doing so well. 2 accuracy gets the +5, so up +7 accuracy up to 84. Does not get the screwball, but nice little boost for him as he gets much more accurate, and that moves him to a B+. I think he was a B before. So nice development from him, so we love to see that. All right, so as we head into the next one, we will be facing off against the Bone Chills. I believe last year we played the Bone Chills. Can I take a look at our... I can't look at our schedule from last year. But I believe we played against the Bone Chills as our first game of the season, or right around the first game, and I do not believe we ended up winning that one. So a little bit of a rematch for us. Let's simulate up to that one. I'm going to skip through this. The Maulers are 3-0. The Marauders are 2-0. The Pythons 1-2. And we're sitting there in third place at 1-1 with a +4 run differential. So interesting division. The water division, always a challenge. We'll see what that looks like going forward. The Blurs sitting down there at 3-0. Hot start for them. Dive Bombers are 3-0. The Protectors are 2-0. So we have quite a few still undefeated teams in the league. As we face off against the Bone Chills, we will be sending Lily Dubs out to the mound to face off against Hezekiah Lang. He might be a rookie, I'm not sure, but the Bone Chills are 2-0, or I'm sorry, 0-2, yet to win a game. So this might be a challenge for us, even though this team is still not won. We don't want to look past them. So I'm going to take a look at what the recommended lineup looks like, as they do keep Babshishin in. We bring Sorelli back in, which I think is a good idea. So Tony's center cut, still locked in. He's DHing for sure. Ramon Lee at short, Quintana at second, Justice Colon at first, Snyder at third, Sorelli in right field, Caroline Dealer in left. I think I want to keep Leanna Welch out there just because she played really well. She got her first home run. Caroline Dealer hasn't been playing really well. Has been playing pretty well too. Better fielder. I also feel like Leanna in left is not a great idea for her, not or because she's not a good fielder, but also because she is a lefty. I think this is a little awkward for her in the corner there. And Sorelli is a worse fielder than Welch. So I definitely don't want him in left field. Okay, so I think we'll leave it as is. We're going to let Alex Hernandez get the start here in this one while Giovanni Mays takes a seat on the bench to recover a bit. All right, now let's rearrange everything. So I want to give Sorelli a chance at the number 1 spot. Justice Colon, you did hit a home run, so I'll put you at 2 again. Rock Quintana goes 3. I'm going to bump Tony Centercut's going to be our number 4 hitter here. I think he deserves it after his performance once again. I'll put Glass Snyder at 5, Ramon Lee at 6. We'll do Dealer, then Babshishin, and then Alex Hernandez rounds out the order for Lily Dubs. And speaking of Lily, I want to take a look at her last year, because I feel like I may be misremembering, but I thought for some reason she never pitched for us. But she may have. She pitched 3 games last year, did not do very well in the regular season, but then if you take a look at the playoffs, just absolutely dominant. She got 2 starts. She had a complete game for both of those. One was a complete game shutout. The other one she lost solely because she gave up 1 home run in a game that we lost 1-0. So, what a devastating way for her to lose that game. But I'm hoping that we see playoff Lily versus seeing regular season Lily. We will determine based on that what we do going forward. We also have Edgar Lang sitting in the wings for game 4 start too. So we'll see how that plays out. But again, as always, I appreciate all of you. Do you have a favorite on the team from the new players? Is it Leanna Welch? Is it Caroline Dealer? Is it Tony Centercut? Are you really enjoying what you saw out of Rince Shaw? Would love to hear your thoughts, your feedback. Let me know what you think of this series as we head into season 2 now. We've gotten things going. Let's take a look at what we can do going forward. So look forward to seeing y'all next time. We'll talk to you later. Have a great one. Bye, everyone.